So, there's this ridiculous issue going on about Asian American actress Awkwafina being accused talking with a blaccent by woke people. Like talking like a black person. What's that about? This stereotypical term blaccent is what is expected how a black person should sound like, or black American. Since she is from Forest Hills, New York, it is a New York accent in my book. Part of the New York accent. Overall, just part of an American accent. Let's focus on this term blaccent. Not all black people talk that way, in that stereotypical term. There are those who can be accused talking like a white person by their own people when they feel intimidated by an intelligent black American who speaks in a high vocabulary level. Sad to say, why it always gotta be the white way when talking intelligently. Should be proud and learn from those who show it's not just white people who can talk intelligently. Because there are white people who have low vocabulary too. Going back to the stereotypical term blaccent, black people born and raised in other countries talk the actual way they are brought up in. They don't have to have a stereotypical blaccent. If a black American spoke in Africa, he would be considered not being from Africa by the way he dresses, speaks, and demeanor. If all of us went to our native countries, whether being Latino, Asian, black, white, Middle Eastern, etc., the people in our native countries would know we are not from there. If a foreign teenager went to an American school, he would be looked different because the way she speaks, dresses, and demeanor most likely would be picked on because of that, sadly. I'll say it like that. So going back to Awkwafina, what do those expect her to sound like? A typical Asian accent with a broken English? Asian Americans still get accused of being foreign, stuck in between their household expectations and public expectations, both ignorance. Their parents put their Asian American kids down not being Asian enough and being put down in public eye with "you're not American, go back to China" by society. Forest Hills, New York may not be hood-like, but maybe Awkwafina grew up with friends from the hood, or that is her way to sounding intimidating, especially how New York City is, and she is an Asian American woman. I'm not against how she talks. If that's the way she talks and not hurting anybody, great. But those accusing her with blaccent are just not doing any better for black Americans. Intelligence is intelligence. It doesn't define what race you are. They can speak however they want as long they're intelligent and not hurting anyone. Wearing a suit and tie doesn't make the person intelligent. What they wear gives them an image of looking successful, just like most politicians are. Once they open their mouth, it downgrades themselves. Let Awkwafina be. There is much more going on in this country that is worth focusing on. If you're going to be a person of color from a different country, you will carry a particular accent. Just like Awkwafina, who grew up in America, she is going to talk an American accent, whichever it is. That's what makes her stand out in Hollywood movies of how she expresses herself and talks. If those give Robert Downey Jr. a pass by portraying an African American man in Thunder Tropic and didn't get canceled after what he did, well, there it is. But those who want to try and pick on Asian American actress as easy bait and expect her to be in the character by speaking American English with a stereotypical Asian accent or in real life says a lot about you.